Hello guys, welcome to the channel here today for another video in FC Barcelona. But guys, in today's video we're going to discuss Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal, we know that he has been called up with the national team, the Spanish national team, to represent them, and he has accepted. Actually, he is with the national team. That is really a big step for him, like a big jump for the player in his career to represent his national team. That is something really interesting. But guys, my focus will be today on how Barcelona and Spain can possibly manage Lamine Yamal in order to protect him, to put him in a situation where he's not going to be exposed to danger, in any kind of danger, because we know actually the player, he's very young, he's still very young, he's just 16, and that is actually, in terms of football, being 16 years old, it's like you just being eligible to sign your first professional contract. But in terms of development, in terms of physical development, he's not fully grown. He still has time to grow up as a man. Like, he's like to solidify his bone, to be really fit physically. And this is it's a long way to go. And actually being exposed to any sort of danger, that will be very bad for his career in later on. So that's why Barcelona, they need to protect him, and also in collaboration with the Spanish national team, they need to put something in place to protect the player, maybe to give him, even though I know that they are going to use him, he's going to play with the national team, as he has already played with Barcelona on several games since the start of the season. But it's to put a limit to that, to set some kind of limitation to that. He's not going to play the whole game, or to play every time he's playing an hour. Maybe just sometime 45 minutes or 30 minutes, or maybe at least 55 or an hour, and that's it. Just not putting him out there and being exposed to any kind of danger. That may be a problem to his future in the years to come. So actually, Barcelona, we know that Xavi Hernandez, in the past few days, he has said something like the fact that they are going to protect the player. He's not going to play 70 games like Pedri did back in 2021. We know that is one of the reasons. Actually, Pedri is being injured all the time, because he has been used so much back in the days in 2021 with Barcelona and the Spanish national team, that his body was not really responding. We have seen him in the Olympic Games. He was just the expression on his face. You can feel that the player, the boy, he was really tired. He was tired. He was exhausted. In the final against Brazil, he was really tired. It's he had enough for just one season to play more than 70 games. That was too much for a player like him. And actually, he is paying that. He's being injured all the time. It's he got back, and then few times he played a few games, a month or two. He's injured again. As of now, we know that actually he's injured, and that is something really bad for a player of his quality. And we want to avoid the same situation with Lamine Yamal, but we know that that's mostly would be based on the club, because he's going to play more with Barcelona than he will play with the national team, because we know that Spain in every international break, maybe they will play only 2 or 3 games, and with Barcelona it's you have more than 50 games per season. That is something really big. Just the league, you have 38 games, and being exposed to all those danger is being put there, playing all those games all the time he is in. We know that he can make a difference. He's a difference maker. He can create chances. He can score goals. We have seen him against Villarreal. He was really good. But I think they need to put some kind of precaution, some kind of protection for the player, so that he will be really protected, not to be really exposed to all those kind of danger that may be out there with those kind of defender. We know that not everybody is really will be really gentle with them, thinking that he is a young player. We need to go easy on them. We have seen him back in 2021 with Ansu Fati against Real Betis, where he got that knee injury that caused him all those nightmares that he's living. Actually, we know that it has been the start of the downfall for him, and as of now he is not yet back to his best level. And with that knee injury against Betis, with that foul from Aissa Mandi, I think, That was really awful, and we don't want this kind of thing for players like Lamine Yamal. I think that Barcelona, they are going to protect him. The team itself, they are going to be really protective with the player. We know that even after the last game, Lewandowski, he said that the player, he was like being just 16 and being able to play the way he did and behaving in that manner. It's like something they are bringing that the player he's getting from his family. That is really good. That is something really good, and I really appreciate him like those words from someone like Lewandowski. But he said also that we need to give him time to be like, he need to grow, need to give him time to relieve some of the pressure on him, not to put all those pressure on him. He is going to be someone who can make a difference, he can make an error, but we need to let him leave his time to be really ready to grow as a player. I think that is something really interesting. As of now, he is going to be with the national team. He's actually with the national team, and they are going to play games, and we hope just that he will just participate and also get back in a good physical condition, as we wish for all the players, or for all Barcelona players and all other players around the world. We know that those international breaks, they are always nightmares for clubs. Injuries here and there, we have seen it last season. We have suffered from it with Koundé, Dembele, Christensen, Aozo. It's like, it was like a nightmare every time. You just waiting to see what is going to happen. It click, your phone is just ringing, and you see like this player, he's injured, he'll be out for 4 months, and that is those kind of situations that we want to avoid. And we hope them a very good international break with their national team to perform well, and then get back with the clubs and perform well and give us a good season. That's what we're wishing. That's what we're wishing for, and we wish them all the best, and we hope that they will enjoy it as we always do with them. So guys, that was my point on Lamine Yamal. And if you have any other idea about it, if you think maybe the club might do something different, don't hesitate to give me a thought down below in the comment what you think of it. What are your ideas about it? Give me a thought down below, and see you in the next video. Ciao.